Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man, and today we're going to do another manga review. So today's manga is, again, and it's written by Mitsuru Kubo. It's published by Kodansha. This is another title I bought for $1 from their sale last month. This is a shonen manga. It's a slice of life-esque kind of manga, and it's sci-fi esque. Like, there's some sci-fi elements or like fantasy elements, I guess. It depends on which way you look at it. But it has some elements of some sort of fiction. I heard that this has a TV drama adaptation, like a soap opera kind of thing, but I have not seen it, so I wouldn't know. So the premise here is that this loner and this popular girl somehow die, and through this somehow dying, they go back 3 years into the past, which doesn't line up exactly because at the beginning they're at their graduation, and then when they get rewound 3 years in the past, they return to their first day of high school. So it's not really 3 years, it's like 2 years and some amount of months, I think. Yeah. If it was 3 years, it'd be like here in America, we start school in August, but we graduate in May. So if it was 3 years in the past, you would go back to a May 3 years before the current one, not to August, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's not exactly 3 years, but for all intent and purpose, it's 3 school years. And so they choose to do things slightly differently. Or, well, one of the characters chooses to do it differently, and the other one is forced to live a different style of life than they did before. And yeah, that's basically the general premise. It's really interesting, actually. It's an interesting take on like a school-based book, I guess, or manga. So the plot here, like I said, is interesting. It's a good teenage drama, and it really feels like a drama more than like a slice of life, which I guess slice of life is drama, but it's usually meant to convey melancholy and sadness and stuff, and this is much more telling a intriguing premise, if that makes any difference to anyone watching or reading. I don't think it really does, but hopefully you guys understand. It kind of reminds me of a TV show you would see on the CW. For those of you not in America, that's basically where all the teenager superpower vampire dramas are, like in America. They all kind of come out on the CW. You know, things like the Arrow, Flash, Vampire Diaries, that sort of thing. And this kind of feels like it would be something that would be slotted into that TV channel. Which it would probably be an insult under regular circumstances, but in this sense, it's a fair comparison about what sort of themes and like interest the premise has, or the plot line has. And yeah, this is a plot line that's very carried by the characters reacting to situations, or by the characters doing things, and not by situations happening around them. This plot line is very much carried by the characters. It's them doing things out of their own volition instead of reacting to situations around them, which is different from regular fantasy stories. Like in very traditional Western fantasy, stuff is happening around the characters and is forcing them to act. Usually characters aren't acting of their own volition and causing events for other people to react to. Yeah, so it's a good plotline. The characters are interesting. I like that they're not really the usual archetypes. Well, they kind of are, but they function differently. There's 3 main characters. There's the Odin captain, there's the delinquent looking guy who's the main character. And then there's the cute popular girl. And then there's a few side characters that are relatively important. There's the cheerleader captain. And then there's some of the members of the cheerleading squad who are important-ish. Let me give you their names and kind of what they do. So our main character is named Kinichiro Imamura. Our the captain of the Udan team, or Uden team, is Yoshiko Usami. And the other character is named, the third main character is named Akira Fujita. And I don't remember the name of the other characters. And so the archetypes here are kind of like the captain is very passionate but reserved, if that makes sense. Like she's like pretty, like kind of like Urza Scarlet in Fairy Tail. That's sort of like reserved but very passionate about what she believes in. Our main character is very apathetic about most things. He's very neutral, kind of done with life, which it seems to be a theme in a lot of these what's it called, manga, which I guess makes him an archetype, but he's not really like dumb or stupid or anything like that. He's not a regular shonen protagonist. You know, they're all like loud, stupid, super hungry all the time, and very entrenched into this sort of idea of brotherhood. He's not really like that. And then our other girl, Akira, or Aki, she is very much like the cute, hyperactive, popular girl. And the interactions they have are very fun, very interesting. These archetypes, or these baseline characters, tend to feel a little more realistic than a lot of other characters in manga, and I really thought it was cool. I don't really know exactly what. I couldn't pinpoint it if I told you, but maybe it's the fact that their cliches or archetypes are kind of played down a bit. That makes them feel less over the top, less exaggerated, and so they feel more realistic. And yeah, so good characters. The world building is minimal because it's a slice of life and it's based on a real place, I guess. But it does show regular school life for a student. I wouldn't say that this is a good representation of a Japanese student's school life, because I don't know what that is. I don't know how Japanese kids go to school and how they deal with life and stuff. So I can't say that it's a good representation of Japanese school life. But it's a relatively good representation of general life in school, regardless, kind of. And it's shown clearly, and it kind of explains the reality and the situations that these people find themselves in without it feeling fabricated. We have no idea how they did the time traveling, but I would assume that that's going to be explained later on. Yeah, the art is really good. There's a lot of good expressions and lots of nice, realistic looking characters. The change between this really cute, like chibi-esque expression demonstration compared to the regular realistic sense of the art that's generally seen really adds to the emotional reaction that you feel of the characters. I thought it was really interesting, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. There's no fan service at all in this volume, which is okay. Like I don't really have an opinion on that, because I don't care either way. So, but if the watcher, you guys on YouTube, are someone that likes a good story with a lot of the manga style stuff without the fan service, this is a good title. I think this is a good title regardless. And yeah, so my rating for this is a 4.0. out of 5 or an 8 out of 10. I definitely recommend it, and I don't really know what title would be similar to this, but it's good nonetheless. I really think you guys should pick it up. And yeah, so please like and subscribe if you like my content. Please comment down below. Let me know if I can better my content in any way. Let me know if I should check out a specific series. If you guys know anything by this author besides this series. I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers this month. So if you guys could subscribe, it'd be really great. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you guys later.